if you want it. What's the value?
Yeah, what's the
What's
value?
the value, baby?
Yeah, this is Mark Kelly. Keep bringing them back.
What's the value?
Thank y'all for hey, y'all what you know that way it is? But that's the way when they cancel, they only cancel
No, no.
Y'all still playing this? Or y'all still playing this?
Well, I don't know, you know.
It's got a lot.
Diddler?
I don't
Better
think
bring back and make sure bring Biggie stuff.
Yeah, but for real.
I don't got like what Sean did. Like I never really listened to his music really. Now Mace, Puff, Mace, Biggie, and then he did. I like, but I usually don't listen to his. Or
Yeah.
I mean, he had no. Don't get me wrong.
Instrumental in the
I just listened the other day. I listened to the Benjamins. I like the only reason I listened to Jadakiss had an interview with Jadakiss that he wrote Puffy lines. So I said, wait, let me listen to this again.
Yeah.
And I was kicking now. I haven't seen the vibe, but the video was kicking.
Them boys
Boy,
rocking back in the day.
that was fucking rocking, boy.
Them boys
I
nice.
can't like, oh yeah, man. Puffy was on. They don't know.
Can't go around the thing.
And then too, let's sing him inside, but let's come up, baby.
Listen, me personally, and I don't know if she got this open yet.
It opened, that's what I tell you.
For me on Puffy, I don't know if it's from business. I don't know if that's the people who just want to bring him down to whatever.
Yeah.
Having a party and having sex and doing what you do, you're balling.
Yeah.
That's not against
That's
the law.
thing, yeah.
Now, if he was trafficking all that together, I can't get no party. That's wrong. But having a party, and even if you dealing with niggas or whatever, that's your business.
Hey, a lifestyle is a choice.
That's another choice. It's a law.
No, that's the
So it was against the law. But my point is now he did something else, but I know it's business job that they got.
It's business, yeah.
I know it's business. I don't mess with them people when it comes because I hear he want. That's what I heard.
It's over that liquor thing, I think.
Yeah.
Liquor company.
Actually, on his tequila he was making.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
tried to conceal his tequila business only to the hood. Like hood
Right.
tequila. He said, if I want an international puppet, they will give him hood tequila. And he sued him.
Right.
So I don't know. I just. Hey.
But to each his own.
So where all these people coming on him? Where all the Epstein news?
Yeah.
They got a whole island.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he had a whole list.
I know what Puffy got an island too. I just Puffy said he got Love Island. I just remember that.
Oh, I was just about to say he have an island too.
You been on there?
What island?
You ain't never been there.
No, just
Papa
like how
Island?
just how these local people used to go on the key for these pamper parties.
Yeah.
This chick ain't never
Which
been
key,
to
like which
none.
key?
No, boy. You know which
Who
key.
you bridging up in the bag there?
Yeah.
The one that I know it?
That West.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't never been to none of them.
Yeah,
None.
life it.
Yeah, life with none of
Like
them. I ain't everybody I know been. Y'all sound like y'all been too.
I but not. Someone tell you come by and nobody was there.
But that's how they do it. You know, it's
Nobody was there. Nobody was just a boring.
yeah. You could
Nobody
tell
was there.
But you
he ain't nobody.
ain't nobody there. But still, you lucky you walk out there unscathed.
Yeah, for real.
If anyone doing the damage, I would have been one time. You know what damage is?
I ain't never been to none of them.
Hey.
Zero. I get 10 million invitations.
Yeah.
That's when I first come now. So it was on Shirley Street. I get about 1 million of them invitations. Not I. I'm telling you, ain't been
No,
there.
I don't know. I didn't even say it myself.
Never been.
I ain't
I can't
never.
remember how I get.
How you reach that?
Somebody, and there was someone in there.
How
like,
did
after a gig,
you
after
get-
Waterloo or something? And someone said, "Hey,
That's right.
Definitely the one go
Waterloo."
You go ahead. Let's say that. That's right.
When y'all
Yeah,
play.
we used to play.
Well, that's a different
No, we used to play the Waterloo.
Ain't no different, but
Yes,
go
it
on,
was,
boy.
but spring break from Waterloo. Every spring break.
So how you end up out west from
Because
Waterloo?
somebody-
Out east.
It might have been like somebody.
Only
was
messing with
there,
you.
And then, no, maybe as entertainer, I don't. Listen, as
Hey, hey,
entertainer,
I only-
never apologize for going up.
I only messing with you.
As entertainer.
Here we go. You got it. Star 106 hits. Yes, indeed. A pleasant Thursday. Good afternoon to each and all, and welcome to another featured Thursday right here on the Star, all brought to you courtesy of KFC. Thank you, of course, to Kalik, the beer of the Bahamas, one time for the City of Hope, formerly Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Pinder Tile. Thank you to the Cleveland Clinic, the Central Bank of the Bahamas, as well as Solomon's, the 6th Caribbean Baseball Cup, And of course, ESC Distributors. And I got to say a big shout out to the Keep the Vibe Alive Music Group and Alpha Sound Promotions. Yes, indeed. You know what's happening, right? Mark it on your calendars right now if you haven't already. November the 2nd, it's all going down once again. So nice, we have to do it twice and add new artists to the mix. All right, so get ready for that. Tickets are already on sale, BahamasEtickets.com. All right, good afternoon to everybody locked and loaded. 106.5 on the FM band, channel 976 on cable. So shouts out to everybody locked and loaded on cable. And then, of course, to all the Facebook faithfuls. Star 106 and Natural Empress on Facebook. All right. So with that said, listen to me. So everybody that went to the first concert a couple months back, you know, everybody was in awe. Everybody couldn't believe, you know, the staging of greatness is what I call it. We're talking from start to finish. Everybody was on a high. The crowd was just absolutely engaged. And people were talking for weeks after. And I don't know what got into Mr. Turnquest, but he's like, you know what? We ain't waiting for next year. We're going to do it once again. And we're going to make it bigger and better. And if you thought that there was no room left for more, then guess what? You're sadly mistaken. So for those that think that, you know what, I done been to the show. You're going to want to come back because, like I said, bigger and better. And how? Let me tell you something. I have two of the greatest in studio with me today. I don't even know how to act right now, right? But D-Mac is in the building alongside KB, and both of them will be taking the stage on November the 2nd. Good afternoon to you both.
Good afternoon, Empress.
See?
Good afternoon, Empress.
Well, why y'all sound like y'all come here on police matters? Like,
Yeah. That's how it started.
this the calm before the storm.
That's it, just,
Y'all sound like y'all doing the police report and okay, the warm up thing. So
we call it early juggling.
early juggling. Okay,
That's when them DJs is play all the music.
you know what? You free in your mind already.
Yeah. That's our fortune.
Well, listen to me. I am so elated that come November the 2nd, both of you will be on stage. And this represents a whole, I don't think people understand the magnitude in which having both of you on the show, what it signifies. What it shows to me is that, of course, as the name depicts, it is the best of the best, right? But more so for all of the persons that believe, because both of you have such an extensive catalog, both of you are both stars in your own right, that you two in particular can come together. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from in the streets where people feel like y'all ain't cool. Why you laugh, Kirk? Kirk, why you laugh?
I don't know. I have no clue what the streets is we say.
Well, I be in the streets, so I'm telling you, and
Streets.
in the streets.
I need to get in the streets.
No, you don't need it, right? But D-Mac, you know what I talking about, right? 'Cause you was be in the streets too.
I on the streets. I had my little.
You're calling a baritari or nothing. No, but seriously, a lot of people, and you know what? A lot of times,
I've heard it. I have to say.
because it's like that in music, it's like that in radio. You know, when people see me and certain people together, it's like, especially people that I left on Shirley Street, people feel like once you are, you know, your name calling, like you ain't supposed to be friends with anybody that would somewhat pose some kind of threat, or somebody who is on par with you, or somebody who is in the same business as you. People have that inclination that, you know what, they can't be cool. So this, for me, this show tells. Why you laughing?
I said, boy.
I
let Dylan giggle.
why you giggling?
Giggle the next one.
No, see, because I want people to understand.
I waiting for you to finish.
I can say it. I want people to understand that, you know, behind the scenes, you two have been working together for a very long time. So let's take it from there. I like how y'all giggling, but y'all got the giggles today, man. I even like this.
I think he's because when you speak to this, you have to go way back and back.
That's fine.
It's way back.
Okay.
So when you go way back,
it's too far.
People don't know. They don't know our history. Yeah. They don't know what really. They don't know.
Hence why I asked.
They don't really understand what it is. You know, again, you and I know.
Tell
Tell
me.
me. you know, that kind of way.
You
So,
came in, you're cheering God Daddy or not nice.
No,
Close enough.
correct. He's correct to me.
Right,
So
correct.
that's how it is. That's the way.
Okay.
When y'all call him D-Mac, I don't even know Dylan.
Dylan.
I never used D-Mac much
Yeah.
in my life.
I got you. I feel you.
He's correct to me. So that's how
I
it
never
is.
spelled Dylan right. So from that end, that's why it's kind of weird to be like, you know, we met. I'm gonna get the story, but we met through Ira, you know.
Yeah.
We met through Ira, and this is when Ira was on the road with me.
Right.
So when we go back,
Take us back.
Ira was on.
When I had braids.
Yeah, that's when I had bread. I had bread like, you know what? Love it.
Oh, wow.
I had, in fact, your extension, and then as Ira came back to the States, Ira never was recording at the time. So when Ira was on the road with us, all of us had like our own studio, you know, like our own boards, and we could work on, projects on.
Mhm.
So Ira would start to stack up because we all had we would come out like a different evening, and we would challenge each other. Hey, check my own, check my. So that's what we would do.
Mm.
And then so when Ira came back home, Ira stacked up his work, and Ira came and Ira met
That's what the ASI and the other something.
Yeah.
Rockstone one.
the OB1,
Yeah.
W, and you might have to call just
Call game one.
Yeah, but the M1, the M1 had no record. It had a sequence on it. But
Yeah, not to
the
record.
empty thing. But the O1W had the sequence on it. So I remember I had the ASIX, the rock mode.
Yeah.
Spider had the ASIX 10 keyboard.
Yeah, I had the table one.
You had,
the one, yeah.
you had the table.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah. I had the
Yeah,
table
right,
one also.
right,
I had the rock
right,
one. I had the table,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
was like the MPC.
right.
And then Sid had
You see this now, right?
I love it.
But it's good.
I love it. I love it.
So Ira came, and I don't know how y'all met, but Ira came in his. That's when Ira had all this Should I Book Kidnap and those
Right,
songs. And
right.
Ira brought them to Dylan.
Right.
At this point, we didn't know. We
Right.
didn't know. So we knew Dylan, knew nothing of Dylan other than I knew Kevin, and Kevin had won the Hands Across the Bahamas competition.
Right.
But I didn't know them personally.
Okay.
So
Okay.
go, can Dylan give you
So yeah, so that's basically it. I met Ira when Ira came, and I was like, man, he walked inside the studio one day. I was like, oh, this place is there. I had some other choices ways I said, but I gotta say, Ira was ahead of his time with that too, boy. I got like only on with that look back in the day. Yeah, I love that. But anyhow, Ira came in the studio, and he was the one that came and said, "Man, we got this thing, man. I want to try something, and we got you wait with me and all that kind of way." Now I was a young dude at the time,
very extremely young.
so
Oh, wow.
okay, good. So I just giving you a little anyway.
Right.
So Ira came and he said, "Why don't you try this thing?" So then we started to produce. Of course, he would bring in his machine and all that. So we would kind of dump stuff off for that. And then he would start it after that. Then I got introduced to the clan.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
The clan,
mhm.
which is the KBs. Basically, everybody in Spike was the clan, but
Yeah.
basically at that particular time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So Colin McDonald, this is on the road. It was Ira, myself, Colin McDonald, Sid Rowe. Sid is the one who just passed.
Sid,
a month ago.
Oh,
Sid Rowe and Spider. It
Right.
was Andrew Smith, Spider on keyboard. That was the team.
okay.
So when we came back home, Ira went to him.
Mhm.
None of us knew that but we knew what Ira's songs were.
Right.
Dylan.
Ira and I had started producing. We started creating music together because we did at that time. Ira did his album. He did the album with Gino D as well. Gino
Yes.
D's album as well.
That's
Okay.
when Ira had the that was thing album. Which one was that? When Ira had almost like a gunman. He's doing Bahamian music.
Yeah.
He got on a
We go
gunman. Gunman outfit. That was Island Life.
Yeah,
Him and I was Island Life.
Island Life. Yeah, with my memory made that one. That's all.
So it's safe to say that this relationship, this friendship, this camaraderie started a long time ago.
Long time ago. Dylan was a ripper snapper, but Dylan was always extremely talented guy. So when Ira met him, then Ira introduced us to him, and then we all got to know each other.
Yeah.
So we come in the studio.
But he wasn't. But he wasn't D-Mac. He was just Dylan.
Dylan. That's why I don't know. Listen, that D-Mark thing came. I think I went I took a hiatus. I went somewhere, and I remember coming back home and D-Mark is
D-Mark, yeah.
and then D-Mark.
But it was never a thing. I was always Dylan. It was always
Yeah.
Ira.
I getting goosebumps,
Even
man.
with Elkin, it was always Elkin.
Yes.
Calling it
Somebody just text me say, "Oh my God, this history is beautiful."
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, there's so
See, but
much
y'all don't never
history.
talk it.
No, but no one has asked us.
Well, I is
Like,
asked.
see, my point is, there's so much history is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But when someone to say we got, whatever, no. So,
But hold on.
Go
So
ahead.
question. So taking me back to Ira days, right? When you meet this young man who's extremely talented, Mr. McKenzie, as such, right? As a songwriter, producer, keyboard programmer, drum machine, whatever it was he was doing. He wasn't singing as yet,
No.
right?
At the time, I wasn't producing Bayman music.
He wasn't doing Bahamian music, probably more into some reggae.
I was doing reggae,
And then he was
R&B,
producing
those type
gospel.
of things.
gospel,
Gospel,
with
yeah.
gospel
That
artists.
was my thing.
In fact, tell him at one point we did it. I produced a gospel song with Dylan. The person they brought me, I had a song. Dylan say, "Okay, you had any song?" I wrote a gospel, gave it to Dylan. Dylan gave it to the gospel. What's her name? What the name was? Burroughs, right?
Yeah, Chef.
Name
Chef
her.
or something.
And when they heard this, in fact, I think her husband said, "Man, okay, they like your version." But again, this is how much we were working together.
Yeah.
Because again, behind it, Dylan would call on me, Craig, I need this. We would hang out by Dylan's studio. Or at one point, I had to catch my head. Like almost like you on Troy. You said, "Why hang out by the studio too much?"
We got to
Right.
go home.
I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel
I mean,
it.
there were times,
Yes.
I mean, countless of nights. I'm talking like up to a week and more, you know. Like we in the studio consistently. We take like a little break, come out. I can tell you what's the third, but
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
So, but like, yeah, I mean, it was that time that we put into the studio.
When we did the remake of Obeah Man and the Sun Go Down.
With the spike.
When we did-
Oh man.
Those that we did, that was a live recording.
Yeah.
With the whole Trabazi on drums, Byron Thompson on keyboard, Ira.
Yeah.
And listen,
I miss those
live.
days.
We did this
Those were
live.
the real recording days.
Real
I
recording
miss
days.
those days. Not gonna lie. Those were the
And so
real.
when we say Dylan now, we say with him now. Listen, we know each other. We
Yeah,
all,
I get that. I get
Yeah.
it. But like I said, I now realize that it's the people, right? The people that are surmising this, the people that are creating havoc, because that's what it is. When you try to divide and when you try
But
to
there should be some friendly.
create
there's nothing
mischief.
wrong with some
Yeah,
friendly competition.
Yeah.
Like let's say if Dylan does something, I listen to weed or whatever happens. Let's say Gino. There's always been a friendly competition. I call myself Batman. To he's Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
That's why I look at Gino. Lex Luthor. I'm Superman or
Yeah.
he's the Joker.
Yeah.
I always think Gino was here now. No,
Yeah.
but that's it was with us. So it was never
Yeah.
no hate. Like
No.
you know who really pulled us like say like me and Gino was always like Gino over there. I'm here. You know who really brought me and Gino, let's say, together? And a lot of us. Therese, Therese brought to bring us together. Because there was always that rivalry sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
With Therese so even to this day, me and Gino call you like I call Gino the blue. Hey Gino, what's going on? Because Therese is still that kind of linkage.
Yeah.
Between us, so we
And,
think about
and
it.
I think it's the same with our relationships with most of these Bahamian artists. Like now, I would say in our particular era.
I was just about to say because
Let's separate this. Dylan ain't my era, please. And I ain't running back that era.
No.
I ain't in the middle of that. We really is put these things too close.
Yeah. I'm not saying the era because I was doing, but I was. But you know what the thing is? I was fortunate enough.
Yes.
I was fortunate enough to be to experience
As a young guy,
to be to experience that era.
Ab-
Because
absolutely.
when I came in, that's how I could tell people when I look at the line, when you look for Ronnie Butler, then that next person is definitely KB.
I say it too.
But that's the thing. So that's like a Wilfred Solomon. They over there, people look at us, they see us all. No, Dylan is an era on his own.
I'm
Dylan,
correct. Yeah.
you know, you have like me, a Stevie S, maybe a Elon. I'm talking about who in the era together when, because Stevie came under my when I was already established. Stevie came later. Remember with like what's Stevie? This is Lalo and Bimini and all those.
Yeah,
I wasn't
hold
even
on.
Iron Gino at that particular.
No, Iron Gino. Like Gino came like let's say when I came on She Fought, Gino came like about a year later.
The Gal
Look Good.
Right.
This is how that came. So Mike is almost like Gino say it was Mike She Fought that inspired him to say, you know what, let me write something, and Gino followed in hand. And so
And then Ira right down.
then Ira came, and then I produced Funky's Crazy Boyo.
Right.
Me and Ira wrote that song together. See, it's so much history.
Yeah.
It's so much it's just too much. So by the time we met Dylan, who's like one, as far as a producer, engineer, Dylan has a great, as far as the mixing sound, Dylan is like, ain't much good deal with him. And this is things we knew. So working with Dylan was like.
So when he emerged on the scene now as an artist, honestly, nobody felt threatened. Like, oh my goodness, because we know what he's capable of.
Well, I think a threat would be to me like, let's say a threat is like you know, like I'm trying to think what a threat. Like I know he's good. You hear what he's dealing with. You hear what he's coming with. But I'm gonna say, but you know what? I gotta come with because what he's doing more than threatening me is inspiring me.
Yeah, I think that's what.
So how is it that this kind of camaraderie does not truly exist in the next generation? We going in generations now because it seems like you produce for this one, you write for him, he write for you.
I don't know that. That's another thing.
Yeah, you know what? Let me take a quick break on that. Let's think about it. Free your mind on a Thursday.
Because we are ready. Hey, this is KB.
Can you just finish saying you produce for Funky, Road Crazy Boyo? This one, he do that.
That's what we all. If you see Dylan's catalog, that's what it's my catalog. It's crazy.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Because, how come?
But you have guys like, okay, let's say this. There's certain guys, me, Dylan, Colin, and maybe there's only a certain amount of guys who does that. Like who work with them. I don't know anyone else.
The brotherhood.
We call them the behind the scene guys. So KB was both.
Yeah.
But you talk about the behind the scene guys who was really pulling the strings and making things happen.
Yeah.
That was a core. And there was only a few persons.
And they could call, listen, if Dylan needs him, he called on me. We all could have called on each other. Yeah. But there was a friendly rivalry. If let's say Dylan came with something, like Dylan came with a song, I said,
you asked a great question. Yeah. I don't, because what we had back then, I don't see.
No.
It don't exist.
That's a great question.
It don't exist from what I see.
To me, I think it's a wicked. I think these guys need to do a 9 to 5 so much that they can't. Like how with me, I always concentrated on my job is this.
Or is it more? You know what? Maybe what it is too, and we could compare it to the Nitas and the Tereses and Emily them, right? I don't know if that same camaraderie existed with them, but I feel now is more the females in the business. The cattiness comes from them more so. But I'm told I'm told that you have a lot of sassy men behind the scene there too. I'm just saying. I do this every week and listening.
We kept those women in place. Remember, all those ladies you called, they came through me.
I know.
And then they would go to Dylan or they go to Colin, that core producers.
So they came right back to the brother.
When they came through, I wouldn't want to talk to them. Like I would tell Therese or I'll tell Spice or I'll tell Nita, listen, don't let no one hear you talk about Emily. Because Emily Renan.
Right.
I told her, don't you let anyone. You want to talk about Emily? Come to me and talk about her. Right. You don't let no one. I would go to.
Here we go. So maybe now it making sense.
Star 106 FM.
Star 106 hits. Welcome back. Free your mind on this featured Thursday. Good to have KB and DMAC in studio as they get ready to do it on November. The second is going to be, oh my goodness gracious. Like I said, the first show is absolutely
explosion.
Reloaded. Yeah. So we've reloaded with the likes of DMAC, the likes of Ancient Man, Elon Moxie. And
Recon, Bahamas. Don't get all the way to Grand Bahama. Recon, Bahamas. I tell you who else? Sherrod
is back. Yeah. Yes.
Lord, y'all making me think too much.
Yeah. Okay. I got you thinking like Stevie A. But talking about then versus now, because here it is, we think in tank right now as to how you could get the industry to have that unity once again, because that's what y'all explaining is unity at its very best, and I think it's missing. It's missing right now. It seems like UKB was the daddy of them all. You always got to keep women in line in particular, because women are very catty. Women are very competitive. Not to say that men aren't, but man, I weak. So, how do we fix it? How do we fix it at this point?
Boy, fix.
Yes. Anything broken for the most part.
What's great?
Tell
We're having
me.
this conversation and now
Certain things come into light.
Right. So I would hope that a lot of the younger artists are actually tuning in to understand.
To see, because even them think this too,
Yeah.
A lot of them think that this right here is a problem.
No, I think that this would be maybe it would have fallen on us, but that part about it is because I saw this thing and I wanted to bring it up because I saw a post talking about passing the baton and somebody
Yes,
and they pass
yes.
it, you need to kick them down and all this other kind
Oh
of thing.
wow.
Come
But,
down.
yeah,
That's different.
So in this, I'm saying, yeah, I think this is something that they should have known. But to be honest with you, we were at that particular point trying to figure this thing out for ourselves. I mean, this was been playing through. Wasn't nothing planned. It wasn't a playbook to it or anything. We just made this thing.
We weren't trying to. I wasn't trying to overrun Ronnie. I
No,
wasn't trying to overrun. All I thought about was making good music,
Yeah.
keeping this culture going. Because guys like Ronnie, Eddie, Tony McKay, Jay Mitchell, these guys were the mantle. They were the ones holding it together. I just wanted to put my shoulders in there and hold up for others. So Dylan came along.
yeah.
That's what I was
And
glad.
that's how it.
Ira, look at Ira calling these guys who work. They put in the work and they
Yeah.
write. That's what
I sacrificed at one particular point in time 2 things. At the recording studio, when I started doing Rake and Scrape, I lost most of my clients.
Mm.
Most of my clients, because they weren't like, man, you doing this Rake and Scrape thing, we ain't.
We ain't on that run.
So that was a sacrifice at one. Then the second thing is, at the time I was working the Batelco, I was sharing my time with Batelco. Yeah, going to like 8 o'clock
That's
in the
before
morning.
BTC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Tell them that the
Listen.
package you collect.
He's so trapsy. Oh my
I
god.
was Batelco at the time. I had to make a choice because they were both fighting with one another. I'm leaving the studio 7 o'clock in the morning just to go in the bathroom to go dash up, try dash myself up, to go to work,
Perfect civil
to
service.
knock off
Right, real.
knock off at 5 o'clock to come right back for the session
Yeah.
at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
So I
I didn't
did
know that.
for years, at least about 10 to 12 years.
That is true.
I did it, and that was my continuous. I did that continuously.
Didn't know that.
That is true.
Yeah, continuously. So I had to make a choice and say, boy, what you gonna do? I had to choose. You know, I can stick with this thing. What I'm saying, there's a government thing, the insurance,
The good government job.
the government job. Or I leave this and then take on this thing on my own.
Yeah.
I mean, me leaving was the best thing that I mean, to this day.
And Gino, remember Gino went
And
to the
Gino
same-
was at
Gino did,
Sadness.
Gino did the same thing when Gino
Mm.
he took the and said, hey,
So-
I gotta move.
So there were a lot of sacrifices even in this, and I think, like I say, this conversation needs to be
Heard.
by the younger persons to understand that there were a lot of sacrifices made. We made choices. I see a lot of them trying to kind of be on the fence with some of these things, but if you want to take this, you got to take the plunge and do what you got.
You got to grab it by the
if you want
the
the
bull.
reward.
If you want the reward,
If you want the reward.
yeah, you got.
So how is it that this
And ain't no baton.
You know, but
Ain't no baton.
In fact, I
Garbage.
was talking to Shine after the taping we did today. I
Yeah.
talked to Shine. So I said to Mr. Shine, Baton. I said, the boy is still running y'all, but I ain't stopping.
It would seem like they just want you to stop and
No,
die, but
yeah, gonna stop. I ain't stopping.
die, right? Just die.
so that they could live.
I think the second you stop, I think your work that keeps you alive. Even when you get older,
Yeah.
you can keep going. Even that just to keep yourself refreshed. Go to work, do something, go in the field, go in the garden, do something, keep yourself up. Because once you retire, I think that's the
That's when they kill you.
That's when it kills you.
I see that story as
Yeah.
a situation that happened with one of their heroes right there in the media industry.
Right. Yes.
So
Yes.
when I look at that, I passed there. I used to see him out there, but he wasn't that same vibrant person that he always was. And I was like, wow,
The
that's
fire out and yeah.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, the fire was
So I
dimming.
would say,
You gotta
but
keep you.
so the baton thing we talking about, and then I want the younger folks to understand too. I mean, like I say, at that time we were trying to figure our way through.
Mhm.
And in this particular time, I think the younger cats have it way
Yeah,
easier.
they have it easier.
I mean,
Sure.
you got the internet, you could do almost anything. You got
At your
computers.
fingertips.
Back in the day, we running these Atari and things.
You know, kind of go run see each other.
Not the Commodore 64
No,
though.
no,
So these things, Dr. T is running
Dr. T,
So you don't even understand these situations from how really come up, and these things was something, and we invested, we put our money in.
So let me ask a great question. And
That's good. Anyway,
go ahead. No, you first.
You know, like when you see them floating groupers.
Yeah.
When you see them floating groupers passing by, you have to know some of them guys was.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know.
Box twice.
So my question is, listening to the backstory and listening to the brotherhood, so to speak, right? How is it that you guys are so good, right? That you two have not blessed the nation and the world at large with a track together. It's not making
Oh,
sense to
man.
me.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, it ain't making sense to me. Now that I'm listening to the box, not that I ever thought there was a vibe between y'all, right? But now that I'm hearing the real deal, how is it that y'all ain't never do something?
I want to answer this. I want to answer this, and then you can speak up.
Go ahead.
Now listen,
Oh,
me and Funky just did a song the other day called "Stick of Dynamite."
I remember.
Okay, so how long me and Funky knew each other before I knew him?
I don't care.
No, but my point is,
I don't care.
There's timing sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, when Dylan, let me give you this. Dylan brought me Hangover. This remember when I did Hangover?
Yeah.
Dylan brought me. Dylan said, "Can I get this song here?" He brought it to me.
For true?
See, but this because I'm giving you a story.
Oh, sorry, pardon.
He gave me this. Dylan brought it
Yeah.
to me. I said, "Yeah." And let me say this to you again. Let me say this on the record. Dylan had brought me other songs before that.
Yep.
But that one is the one that moved me. Say, Dylan,
I
let's
like that.
go.
Yeah.
And we moved it, and
And
the
not
rest
only
is
that-
history. I'm saying.
Not only that, songs that KB had written
Yes,
that I produced.
yes. Many.
I know that, but
Many,
I'm just
many.
saying.
So we have always.
So how is it that if you know what he's capable of,
And especially when he reaches D-Mark,
no, I
when he reaches D-Mark, he's making too much money.
no, seriously, because
Seriously.
no, why I say that is because you have people that as I interview a lot of people from time to time, a lot of them say, "Oh, my wish was, I wish I could have done a song with Ronnie, or I wish I could do something with Therese, or da 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 da." So it don't make sense that you just continuously just wait for the right time to present itself. You got to make the time.
Right. Listen.
Yeah, but y'all already have.
We know, but, okay, let's say this.
Use cartelling.
Let's say Dylan comes with this. Dylan has a song, or I have a song.
Yes.
That Dylan thinks is because of the age of any song.
I get it.
And guess what? I'm telling you this.
That's it.
I could guarantee you it's gonna happen. But it's just everything in its time.
Yeah, it ain't. I swear, it ain't got nothing to do with that.
No, but
There are many people I will not work with.
Well, I know
I
that.
say that, but Dylan ain't one of those people that I will not work with because I know his level of skill. Listen here, all of I work. Dylan, we work. Heaven knows by you. We be work by you. We work. Heaven knows by us. Work by
Heaven knows, I did heaven.
Heaven we work by Heaven knows by Dylan. We did. Listen,
I'm not stuff. Nita's album.
The songs upon. I'm thinking about my stuff.
Oh, yes, stuff. Okay.
Songs upon songs. We did the first when we did Bahamian Culture. That's Bahamian Culture. All of listen, we did a lot of work. It's just that me and Dylan at that point has never got together, and then did a lot of backgrounds. We did backgrounds together.
See, but all of this exchange is not common knowledge. I'm happy that you guys are. It's not common knowledge. Y'all know it. Y'all know it.
No, but then people get listen. Let me say this to you. People sit back in their ignorance and they also say this. Man, we expect y'all guys to be here. Me and Dylan, our job as entertainers, we have two jobs to do. We have to write music and perform. If we do anything else, we coming outside of what we do, and it's going to take us away from what we truly do. Now, producing, writing for other artists, that already taken us from us. So let's say this, me trying to find shows, we need publicists, we need managers, we need all those people who will do the business to get us in those territories. When Jamaican artists come here, they have handlers who handle the business. Say, listen, you call my manager, you do this. They push the music here. They do all these things.
We're busy being the industry.
I understand that.
So we can't be the guys who. So a lot of people misunderstand. But when we get to that point, then we can then focus on. Now, if I ever write the song, if I ever write the song, like when I did Stick of Dynamite, that was for Funky. That was not. But when I wrote it, I said to myself, you know what? Boy, this song could wait for me. Me and David never did a song together. This is what came to me. And for the best of it, I said, let me do it. And then when I brought David the idea, David said, yeah, because that's a good idea, because he could have kept it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that when we find a song, because me and Dylan could have done Hangover together.
Yep.
If we had thought about it, but at that time we did. Remember, Dylan was not an artist.
No.
He did the song. He said, "Okay, have it." We could have done Hangover together.
All right. So guess what? I'm gonna take a quick break. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm trying to go. I'm taking the high road. Okay. What's the value? We're gonna take a quick break right here. Free of mind on a Featured Thursday. Keep it locked.
With the new KFC Bacon Rack Sandwich from its one.
Listen, the same time you take to write a song, I still ain't happy.
No,
Because I get everything in
listen.
time. I get it.
Writing and music is like sex. Listen here. You say to me, come for something right now. got to be true. Because like we in the
Lies,
place right now.
lies.
Look at
No, I can tell you, all of them. But I can't do it right here. No, I can't.
Oh, not here. Oh,
you
man.
got a room, you got a
But I think y'all have had long enough.
No, but listen.
Y'all keep it to me. It's like
Man. Why
procrastination.
Is that okay?
No, but y'all, you know how I
Okay,
feel.
let's say, let me something. The song I wrote for Falcons, I'm addicted. I could have gone and said, hey, look at me do it for me this year. I could have done that,
Yeah, you could have.
but because I got hired to do it. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I hear you, boss. I hear you. But what I'm saying is, sometimes you have to make things. You have to be more intentional.
Let's say, who can make that happen? Who can make that happen?
Me?
There's someone with money. Let's say they came to me and Dylan say, hey, look, I want this project. Let's say,
Okay,
I want
okay.
this project.
Yeah,
Here's the
yeah,
key.
yeah,
That
yeah.
make that happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Third quest. I know you listening.
This guy, you use this part too?
Yeah, you can hear everything. Everything.
Be on there 100.
We are here
Everything,
100%.
everything.
There we go.
Everything. Hey, all fans, be on up.
We always on there and
Keep
here.
my mouth closed.
Star 106 hits. Yes, indeed. Free your mind on a featured Thursday. What a time in the Lord. Hallelujah. I got D-Mac and KB. Double Trouble in the building, and they're getting ready for November the
Can't wait,
2nd.
can't wait, can't
See,
wait.
now, see, y'all should have had a song that y'all was going to be performing together.
I gotta hide.
I'm serious. Like, now that I've planted the seed, I'm hoping that when y'all driving, moving through whatever y'all doing, that you say, you know what, Empress is right, boy. We need to do this soon.
Yeah. Hey,
I need that.
and they say out there. I need. I don't know. We ain't gotta open up no GoFundMe, right?
Great idea.
You're coming with that. If you're
Yeah,
coming like
yeah.
that, man.
But put something in the kitty.
In the kitty.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, 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 yes.
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 If you want to see this happen,
Yes.
let's put a poll up. Who wants to see this? If you all want to see this,
That is
Let's
true.
put the poll up.
Man.
Let's put the poll up, man.
That's what she said. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's make this money.
So I thought you was gonna say, KO, you don't be here like that. You live in other countries.
Let's say this. I'm in Grand Bahama. He's in.
I've been doing it so much now. So
Yeah.
I juggle in multiple businesses quick, doing
Yeah,
the same thing. So
yeah.
it's crazy.
And then sometimes I'm down there in Cube. So that it is what it is. And then when I go down, so that there. But if you put the the business in order, that can happen.
It'll happen.
It can happen.
Definitely get out.
It can happen. And listen,
Okay.
it'll be a treat to work with you. Listen here.
Yeah, man.
Again, I say one of the best recording and as far as producers in the country. So in the bar none, and I'm talking about there you got like myself, calling me Dylan, Ira. I'm trying to find Maitland. These are the guys we talking who
Hey,
do majority of this
that's
work.
it. If they put the core back together,
Oh,
like, what do you that's it.
Oh,
If they put that core back together, then you're
listen, you know who was the core? It was me against their core. They had a core. Me one against their core. Listen, Dylan, Gino, and Ira. Listen here. Listen here.
Them tree.
Them three. Me one against them three. Them three. Listen, I ain't lying.
Right.
That a team.
Yeah, we can put
That
it.
team?
We pull it. We can
That
pull
team.
it, buddy.
Oh, and I ain't no play.
You bring that call. They call it, and you call it me. I legit, man.
Oh
Boy,
no.
look here.
Yeah,
Look
they
here.
don't hate the country.
Wait a second, we can't handle
We
that.
don't hate the country, man. Don't do that.
Wow.
And then some of us may have a heart attack on that. He as young as we used to. But then
That's all right.
But saying true that he's correct. We just believe we are artists first. We believe in the business. So it ain't so much of trying to be a superstar. It's about trying to feed this business and then trying to direct this. So remember, we're supposed to be the guys who direct the business. Again, there's guys like Lester and Question, those who can follow in Lester's footsteps that can direct this business and take it international like we need it done.
Mhm.
See, because remember, money is attracted to money.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. When they see Les and see what Les, how he sits, and they say, you know what? Yeah, this is the guy to deal with. Because when you go to a record label, let's say you get a $500,000 deal, $1 million deal, our artists don't touch their money enough.
No.
That money goes straight to the manager,
Yeah.
and the manager will have the collateral to back up that money that the record company give them. That could be a $4 million, $10 million contract. You have to be able to back it. So, no, people think that this business.
What's the value?
Come on, man. It ain't easy. It ain't easy at all. So when you need money to track money. So these international guys come here, they see someone like a last turn quest. getting artists out there, producing music, doing things. You got producers out here who ready to go. If there's an international guy that comes out here and says, look, if you want to get a publishing company, we'll do it. Be ready to go.
That's industry standard, and that's I stand for that.
Yes.
First and foremost.
Yes.
But we got a situation. That's a whole thing we can talk. That's a whole.
That by itself. Yep.
When you look at it, I call it the ecosystem, and we always talk about it. And the younger persons really need to have us as well too. When you record in your bathroom, when you record inside your house, there's somebody else that could probably assist you, that could do this job better than you can, so that we could be able to bring out quality music, that kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
So don't tell me, oh, I ain't got no job now, whatever it is. Then there is always, you can always have a conversation where you all can say, hey,
you can meet.
You can meet. In order for in order for our package, the sound and our package as Bahamian music as Rake is great. We have to be consistent. There's no consistency.
Sound, writing, lyrical,
everything.
The way you build it, sonically, everything.
Mastering, mixing has to be on.
Your vocal shots,
performance, everything has to be right. And in order for us to take it to the next level, we got to be we have to be at a certain standard.
Yeah.
See, there's a comment here that we often hear, and I don't necessarily agree. To a certain extent, this one says artists can only push so far without the help and the push of the government. What sayeth you on that?
You answer that? No, let me give you this.
You go first.
The government, personally, no government understands the music business. The only thing a government can do for you is give you money in your hand and say, you all take this money. There's an endowment pocket. Maybe let's say they set $1 million, when you put a kitty there, it's called, I forget the word, you can go in there and you can borrow, or they'll give you an endowment that you can go there and record. That's the most the government can do for you. As far as understanding the business,
they don't know.
Never. When I had this word when I said, if a billionaire or a multi-millionaire comes to this country, he expects something. If he's gonna, let's say he's a recording, he got a record company, he's from Virgin Records, MEI, or I don't know if MEI even exists.
I know, Sony, right? Whatever. Mercury, whoever.
Mercury. And then do it in Jack Spratt. But when he comes, he expects that you can meet him. Remember, you got billionaires who their GDP, our GDP just meets their money. So they want something for them, and they can say, we can guarantee you this, you can guarantee.
But we need to have that product.
But we have to have that product. And but the point about it, he can provide us the distribution, he can provide us the contacts, he can give us all these things, but we have to have that product. And don't get me wrong, you can go back to the past and find guys like Ronnie, Eddie, Tony McKay, all these guys who have great music from our past that we can bring forward. We really know with my music that can come and bring forward. Dylan, all of us, Gino, all those guys. Once there was a hit here, there's a hit anywhere.
Yes.
They just have to be, right now, we would say we cut them, we remarket them, and we get them into European markets, into the Asian market. You will be surprised because it's only about the money.
So my thing.
And the lack of.
I think the government has a role to play.
Absolutely.
It is not on
their shoulders solely.
But there are things that they can do. Smaller things. Let's take, for instance, I could do a little political situation right now, right? Watch this. So let's just say a person owns a recording studio. To bring in one piece of gear, they pay $1 in the States. They have to pay with $2 to get it in here. We're looking at ways that we could be able to match and be on par with those on the international level. Now, why I say the government has it? Because there are ways that we can partner that helps us to be able to purchase these gear. That's one thing. And the next thing is when you're looking at music being paid in public spaces, we're talking about the copyright. I know you can tap on that, but when you talk about the copyright thing, then when you look at that, there are ways because there are laws already in place. We just need them enforced.
I was just about to say.
Partnership, that's where we have to get together. So government they have their role to play.
Yeah, but
they have their role to play in terms of bringing the right key players on when you have in your committees and you forming these boards and stuff like that, and you're talking about you doing this thing for the musicians, then you need to reach out to these persons that are in the industry.
Who knows it?
The stakeholders in the industry and have that conversation. Don't come and present something, but this is what we can do for you.
No.
But
that is not
it's something you said, Dylan. It's something you said what you write about what the government can do also. They can, so let's say you bring in this piece of equipment that you need to get your stuff to international
level.
So you need some kind of way that, okay, how can we incentivize exemption to exempt this, bringing in it or whatever.
Absolutely.
Because we need, if our music needs to get here, we need that piece of equipment or that's this or that. So I agree.
Yeah.
As far as passing laws about, let's say, entrenching Rake and Scrape as our national music or our national culture, or we entrenching this or that, those things the government can do. But as far as asking the government for money, the government don't understand.
They just need to help us with the tools.
Yes.
Like make it okay. Check it. It's just a simple thing as we talk about blanket licensing and music being paid and playing in public spaces. That's law.
Yes.
So I mean, if we can get enforcement on that, then how much money would be in the kitty for the artists?
Yeah, and then you don't have to go to them.
And we don't have to go to them. But the problem will be at the end of the day, somebody in there go on, they pick a piece of the pie, and that's the problem. That's the problem. So we need to fix some things because this thing is enacted. Why not? My good friend, the commissioner of police. Like we need to, if somebody is breaking the law, it is the police.
Enforce it.
You're supposed to enforce the law, right?
Yeah.
So these music being paid in public spaces, that's supposed to be something you're supposed to say, hey, let me see your
license.
Yeah.
Do you have a license?
And that cookout, and that whatever.
Yeah.
All of that stuff is covered.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So if they do these type of things, not only that, it can make it easier on the government. Just a suggestion that people.
This person says, the same person who said it says, I don't really care about the money. My case is making avenues. I guess we are pretty much on the same. Exactly, we're on the same page.
So, hold on. I understand you don't care about the money, but you remember
we need money.
Yeah, we need
the money now.
No, because in a lot of ways, when you,
but the way for us to make the money is through them doing.
If government gives away, let's say they bring in Mariah Carey or they bring in Florida, or what is it, to go to Miss just whoever, if tourism box, that could have been a Bahamian making that money.
Sure.
That could have been this. We have Bahamians here who let's say at this time, like let's say myself or Dylan or Gino or whoever could go on that stage and represent for the Bahamas and let an international market see them. And that is what we need. Yeah. And so we're not begging for anything like we're saying, well, I need money. No, but if you see an artist out there who have that, who they have the look or whatever you think they have, we want that opportunity. That's what you want.
That's it. Key.
We want
opportunity.
We want that opportunity.
So I agree. So we both say the same thing. But of course,
and the money is about the money, but it's about them helping us so that we would be able to fish.
Yeah.
All right. So guess what?
Not give us the fish. For us to be able to go there.
You want the line. Give us the bait.
And the private sector also.
Yeah, and the private sector. Across the board. I mean, I'm talking about put some respect on it.
Hello, somebody.
Put some respect on it.
Well, guess what? You know what? Anytime you two are ready to come back and further this conversation, we can do that. But yeah, man.
What? No, man.
Yeah.
That remind me one.
Look here. I love it. See, y'all need this. Yeah, man. But of course, invite folks to the park, November the 2nd, Super Club Breezes. Come on.
Listen, we gotta have ourselves a humding over time. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Bahamian music, Rake and Scrape on full blast, and I can't wait. From the younger to the older to the middle, we're gonna Rake and Scrape and represent for the culture.
Yeah, and shouts out to Mr. Lester Inquest. Shouts out to Ray. For doing an amazing job and trying to keep the vibe alive.
Absolutely, the name says it all.
Which is Bahamian culture at a level too. So if you were at the last concert, you will see the presentation and everything.
Sure,
it was that of an international.
Sure, definitely.
So I give them hats off, and I will tell you, this is not a small feat. I've been pulling DMARC and friends, and I know the cost what it is.
Come on now.
To pull maybe 50 artists on one particular.
Come on now. And they ain't giving you no real breaks.
Listen,
can I throw my blue? I have been pushing
friends. I can't be in friends.
Can we throw?
Go ahead. Throw it.
Let me show something.
See, I was gonna do that, but then
No, I know with that. I must be. I've done past.
Yeah, KB has done it as well.
Yes.
So
you know what it costs.
We know what it is.
Let's say that this precedence being set by Mr. Lester Turnquest on this one. Mr. Turnquest is actually paying. The PRS royalty is being paid. That when these artists hit the stage, like what any show in the country
supposed to do.
Yes.
Was supposed to, you pay your royalties. Yes. And it's not a large fee, It's just a performance rights fee to cover those songs. So you cover every art. So by the artist, I can't say what the exact fee is. Somewhere and round off somewhere like maybe like a $4 or whatever a song, meaning that if you play the hour, let's say you play the hour and that's $4 a song, right. For 10 songs or 11 songs, you look at $44. Right. That's any kind of money to pay to say I want to have my show. No. Or you want 3 hours, so understanding that he is setting a precedence, and I want to commend him if anything I commend him for, I commend him for now setting a precedence that when these shows that then the police could show up with their warrants and say, did you get your jive straight? Because you're playing these people music, you're breaking the law. That's important, and I want to thank him for that.
They come in the UL, for the liquor license.
Yep.
So at the liquor, when they come to you for the liquor license, same time they
Thank
need
you.
to get that for the music.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So liquor license, it's the same thing. End of the year, these businesses, you're going to apply for your business renewal. At the same time you apply for your business renewal, then make sure to tack on the blanket license. It is not a
It's
lot
not
of money.
hard.
Say saying
No.
$40-something. If you tack that on, then
Yeah.
think what you are doing, how you are helping the
The
industry.
entry to build.
You are
That's it.
helping this the I call it the ecosystem, because
Yes.
now the studio owner could make some money, the studio engineer makes money, the musician makes money, the background vocalist, the writer makes money, the publisher makes money, everybody in this ecosystem makes money, and so you have to
And the public enjoys quality music, enjoys themselves, enjoys the culture, and we all enjoy ourselves. And even if you all who got the strip joint, do you have a strip license?
yeah, they gotta pay license too.
They gotta pay, everybody gotta pay license.
They gotta pay license too.
They got a license.
I can see you November 2nd. Come off my radio.
People came in the building along with
Oh,
a host of amazing,
Yes,
amazing talent. The future is there. We doing our thing. So y'all know how this thing go. And if y'all thought me and KB wasn't boys,
They even dress alike
yeah,
y'all,
thank you.
almost.
Big brethren, great minds think like
I
this.
love
But
it.
we all good. But
Oh, man.
like I say, our history, and a lot of it, I'll tell you all this too. You know, my business is my business. It's what's personal to me, especially as it relates to my friends. It's my business and your business.
That's it.
If me and KB, me and KB know personal stuff about one another. That's how deep we go.
And we have a daughters in the same year.
in the same year, yeah.
Born
Not the same baby mother though, right?
Not this guy.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Not the same year. She'd be a serious. That's a serious woman.
Ain't two sisters or nothing like that.
We have, we share a lot of things, and so, like I say, you know, people look at the artists and they put us on this open thing, this open canvas. And it's like, oh, that's supposed to be that, and then they always try to.
Yeah, they created. They created.
And guess what? You'll never hear me say. That's why they can maybe feel that way, because they'll never hear me say nothing about Dylan.
Yeah,
And
same
you will
here.
never end you can't
Same
now.
So I could create it then. That's
yeah,
what they
you can
do.
create it, but like if I want, I could go to the wife and say, I could go to the wife and complain. You know, but I ain't complaining to no one out in the public to let them know because the musician's business is a musician's business, and you don't go
Everybody don't do
down
that,
a person's price. You don't like to talk about my price. You don't try to undercut. See, these things are what we call one-on-one in the music business. You don't talk about other people. You don't do those things.
No.
Any artist I am mentoring, I make sure I tell them, and I make sure, and I'm sure Dylan.
It isn't healthy.
I've spoken to Dylan the
It
same
doesn't help
way.
me. We have an industry to grow.
Yes.
That kind
Ah.
of foolishness that ain't healthy.
No.
That's not healthy. at
And
all.
that's
Now
what's up.
we bucking the way he might have, yeah, like me and I have them. So we have to. That might happen. We never.
I and
go
y'all
in
It's
there.
not the way around.
I
Just let the fight get started.
I can see on November 2nd, man.
Let's turn
Peace,
Ray,
peace.
y'all take care, man.
Yeah,
Name
man.
and culture.
Keep the vibes alive. November 2nd.
Yes, of course, folks. You know what it is. Top of the hour, 5 o'clock. Drive at 5 comes your way. Featured Thursday right here on the Star.
Thank you, man. That's
That's a great one.
That's stuff.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. There you go.